Hi, my name is Sydney, and again this morning I have some spare time to finally watch Dylan's New Nightmare. If you've been following along, I've been going through the whole Freddy franchise. I came to what I thought was an end, and then last year a fan-made short film came out called Dylan's New Nightmare. This is a continuation of Wes Craven's New Nightmare. All I know about it is that Miko Hughes is starring in it to reprise his role as Dylan, which is incredible. And then the few short clips I've seen of the actor taking on the role as Freddy, which we learned from just watching the remake, is a really hard role to fill. This actor, from the little clips I've seen, seems to crush it. Like, he looks great. So, let's see. Already the breathing sound like it just, whoever they cast in that Freddy role, that just audibly it just sounds so good too. Okay, there he is.
Thanks for coming in, Frankie.
Hey, my name's Dylan Porter.
How do I know that name? Do I know you, Dylan?
Is his mom still Heather Langenkamp?
Are you related to Chase Porter?
Yeah, that was my dad.
Oh, okay. God, of course he wouldn't have his mom's last name, so.
That's right, you're Heather Langenkamp's kid too, aren't you? Let's get on with the scene.
The background score is already giving this illuminating. Okay, yeah, right there. I was like, the scene, like the dialogue right now feels very casual and just small, conversation. But the score is just bringing over this illuminous, something bad is about to happen or is lingering.
My point, Rose, is if we can't hide, why are we still trying? I can tell you one thing for sure. If she were here with us now, she'd agree with me.
He was pushed into a jet engine and he still came back. He's cursed to come back every day like new, remember?
Yeah, well, if there's a curse, there's a way to break it.
He's crushing this. Oh.
Is that okay?
Hell yeah! Was that light switch a scene?
Oh, I think we've all seen...
Okay. I was gonna say, was that light switch like he's in a dream all of a sudden? Oh.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, Dylan. Look what's become of you.
The hand. Okay, moment of truth. And here's the question too. Is this Freddy Krueger or is this the demon
They're not real, and I need to wake.
inhabiting the imagery of Freddy? New Nightmare kind of got a little bit like more layered in that way.
We never got to play our favorite game.
Oh my god, please tell me they bring back Rex.
Skin the cat.
Oh, Skin the Cat. I wonder if they reached out to Heather Langenkamp to be involved in this at all. So I haven't seen Miko Hughes do anything since he was a kid. Of course, I'm having a sneeze attack right now. Love it. And he's doing incredible. I wish I could see him in more things. I like that they open the film with a nightmare that's very reminiscent of the original sort of formats.
Why does anything happen in a dream?
Dreams can mean a multitude of different things, almost all of which can be applied as some kind of lesson to the person who psychologically created them in the first place.
Am I supposed to wear a splash guard to my next audition?
Using humor to cope with scary situations is an old school tactic, Dylan, but not one proven to be very effective.
Ooh, I don't like this therapist. Oh, that pen clicking is so aggravating.
Yeah, the casting director recognized me from when I was a kid.
Honestly, I wonder if that mirrors him in real life too. Is that something that he had to face in real life, going to auditions, being recognized from when he was a kid? I wonder if that's like I don't know if you'd call it an obstacle, but something he probably has had to deal with.
The answer's always the same. She's not well enough to come to the phone. Same old loony bin, different day. Why try, It's just Hurts?
You know, maybe your casting director brought her up because you're feeling guilty about not checking in.
I like how they're answering those questions I was just asking, or kind of wondering about what happened to his mom, were answered organically through that conversation. And it says so much about maybe what he's gone through in between where he was when he was a kid till today.
The other two people died, but what happened to the casting director? Did they kill themselves also?
He, laughed at me.
That's it? Are you sure? If so, this is the place to discuss it. Dylan, are you sure there was nobody else in your...
This therapist is so pushy. She's the worst.
I just want to be sure that you're having these dreams is not symptomatic of a resurgence of your childhood trauma.
Yeah, so that's a good question. If this movie is explaining New Nightmare as a psychological mental breakdown of Heather Langenkamp, then what if in this one, what if this truly is just a psychological thing happening and Freddy and the demon and stuff are not real? That would be kind of an interesting approach to it. Yeah, like, is this just, like she said, a resurgence of trauma from his childhood? And what if the whole New Nightmare was just Heather having psychosis of trauma and whatever? I think it's Malibu. I'm liking this song. Like, it feels, again, reminiscent of, in some of the other films, they'd have a band come in and write sort of like a rock anthem to back that had lyrics referring to nightmares and stuff like that. So that's fun. Do it, do it. I gotta say, for him being a struggling actor, his house looks really nice. But unless it's like inheritance from his parents dying, I don't know.
Good afternoon, Burbank Psychiatric Hospital.
I'm still in Porter. I was calling it hoping to speak with my mother.
Is his
Heather,
mom dead?
if she's available. Not Heather Porter, Heather Langenkamp.
Oh, yes.
I'm your mother now, Dylan. If he says that, I'll die.
Fuck.
Hello? I'm sorry, but Miss Langenkamp is not feeling up to coming to the phone. If you want to try back again in a few weeks.
A few weeks? He should just... I know it's for the story, but I'm like, just go there in person and visit her. But obviously, for film purposes, they can't do that. Okay. Nice. The hand looks really good. Okay. So this is New Nightmare Freddy. Like, we know that trench coat. And I was kind of looking at the glove in the other scene too earlier. Something about was it leathery? Yeah, and the like fedora hat. So far,
Fuck you too, kid.
I like the textures of the materials used for this Freddy over the New Nightmare Freddy. The like super intense like leather pants and stuff. I mean, from what it's been dark kind of in the scenes we've seen Freddy, so maybe I haven't seen all that quite yet, but
Testing.
she's gonna die.
Porter seems to be regressing back to the paranoid state of his childhood. Think all these delusions brought on by a cheap horror movie.
How dare she? How dare she? She's definitely gonna die. The freaking pen clicking. Similar to New Nightmare, there's a bit of a blend here as far as Freddy, Demon Freddy, whatever, his resurgence into like reality versus only being accessible through dreams. It's a little bit blurred here.
Never blink again!
Oh my god. Thanks, Freddy, because that pen clicking was the most.
Damn you.
They've tried.
So I'm keeping in mind, with this being a short film, independently, like curated, produced, funded, incredible. But my little things that I'm noticing that I'm like, ooh, it's so close. Like if these little things were changed, it would just elevate it that much more. Well, but then again, it's a concept debate at that point. So like, because it's like, same with New Nightmare. That was kind of a debate too, because Freddy's look was very different in New Nightmare. And a lot of people kind of ick at that, but then people defend it by saying, well, that's not really Freddy. It's a demon's physical manifestation of what he thinks is Freddy in his version form. You know what I mean? There's like layers there. So same with this one. My little aesthetic critique is the glove. There's like a bar that goes across, a metal bar, and then comes down into sort of the finger parts. It's just very shiny. And then it's same with the blades. They're very like shiny. And I almost wish they were a little bit more, had that patina of like wear and tear. Of like having been used. They just look like fresh, brand new kind of thing. And then my only other thing, which is like, how the heck do you try to tackle the Freddy makeup? It's so iconic. It's a beast. I don't even... Rex. Anyways, to finish my point, is just basically the eye sockets come down quite low, and everything about Freddy's look really fits his face well. It looks really nice. It's just the eyes sockets are quite hollowed out.
It's Mom.
Ugh, no. No. Dang it. Oh. Again, we have sort of like a different rap rock anthem coming in. Man, they really ended that with quite a grip. Oh, I like how the pajamas are looking worn. Nora Hewitt special makeup effects. Yeah, I wonder if they clipped some of Heather's voice from the other one to make it fit for that, or okay, there's more. Rex. Yes. Okay. I'm so glad they brought back Rex. So here they have it, Freddy Krueger, the entity. Yeah. So it's kind of still playing with that. I'm just want to sit through these credits, and Nancy and the Nightmares. That's a fun band name. Yeah, that elevator music that they used. I was like, I've definitely used that before. Or the hold music. Yeah, seeing all these. It looks like these are the Indiegogo donations that they got. It's amazing what it takes to get a film made. There's that quote somewhere about like, I'm going to botch it, but like every film that's made is a miracle, something to that effect. And I believe that, because I mean, just look at the end of any film. I'm talking about like big studio films, and the amount of names that go by at the end, it's just mind-blowing how much effort it takes, how many people need to be involved to just make it happen. And that's with like a huge studio. So for a project like this, where someone just has a vision. Oh, I'm listening to this song in the background right now. Sounds like Freddie's singing with it. But you know, it really is just amazing when someone has a vision and they're just determined to make it happen. There was a huge disclaimer at the beginning of this about how this is not associated with New Line cinemas. This is fan made. It has nothing to do with the Craven estate, etc. I can't imagine the obstacles and loopholes that they had to kind of navigate to make this happen. That's why I was actually wondering at first, because to be honest, I had forgotten the dad's name from New Nightmare. I already forgot he was here, Porter, whatever. So at first I was like, oh, are they going to have to change the names to get around, like, I don't know if that's copywritten from New Nightmare, how that even works. Can you take material and then, but yeah, I guess you can because it's considered, well, I don't know. There's the copyright. I deal with this all the time. Just every single one, maybe one or two, but pretty much all of my reactions to the Freddy franchise, all demonetized because it's considered copyright use. Yeah, they put another disclaimer at the end too. Wow, that was awesome. Oh my God, guys, we need to get this more views. Okay, so let's finish talking about this. So, okay, whoa. Sorry, I'm just scrolling now. I'm getting sidetracked, but it looks right now it says on the Horror Show channel where this short film lives, it's 175K. But then it looks like there's a channel called Dead Meat that does a kill count of Dylan's New Nightmare, and that's at 903K. I'm like, we needed to get those views over to the original. That was so fun. That was great. You can tell that the people who made it really love the series. It didn't feel like parody in any sort of way. It felt like it was really trying to stay true to the approach of New Nightmare and really continuing the story in the same universe. And the fact that this even got made, I'm serious. I'm maybe repeating my thoughts, but it's amazing. It's amazing. I think Miko Hughes did phenomenal. I thought he was incredible. It really was great to see him continue on this character. I want to see more. They left it on a note that was perfect, but also horrible because it almost felt like this could be a mini series, like do 4 episodes or something like that. The way that it had the blackout after that, I was like, if I was on Netflix, I'd be like, okay, next episode. It was one of those moments, but that was the end. So I'm like, damn, which is great because, they got you wanting more. So maybe who knows in the future if they'll ever have an opportunity to produce something like this again, that would be really cool. Because honestly, I don't feel like I got many answers. There was no resolution, which is okay. But as an audience member, I'm like, oh, I want some answers or something. So I guess I know where Dylan's at as an adult. He's taken on acting like his mom. He's single. He seems kind of like a bit isolated in his life, maybe due to trauma or whatever. It's led him to lead this sort of lonely life. But there's so much room for exploring storytelling within that. It felt like they really set up a framework, and then from there's so many ways that this story could go, and then it ended. I'm like, no. I'm so curious too, what was their budget? How did they determine that? It seems like they really utilized their spaces well. And yeah, there were some things where I was like, yeah, this is a short film on a lower budget. I think some moments that felt a little bit weaker in the audition scene, some of the special effects, well, particularly the unaliving with the, I don't know, YouTube's so weird about words, I'll just say the gun was a weaker moment visual effects wise. But again, it's one of those moments of like, would it have been more expensive to try to set that up in a practical way? But yeah, overall, gotta give love to this. It did way more fan service than the Nightmare on Elm Street remake did. Let's put it that way. So if you haven't seen Dylan's New Nightmare yet, please go check it out. I will link it below. And in my next video, I will go ahead and rank all of the Freddy franchise, including Dylan's New Nightmare, into a list. Let's see where they've lined up now that I've finally made it to the end. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want, or not, that's okay. And I'll see you next time.